Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Stenodux here, and today we're going to be continuing our Pokemon FireRed Randomizer Nuzlocke. So, yeah, today is Monday, so hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. And we're going to start off this week with another great episode. Last time we ended up getting all the way to what was it, Celadon City, where we were able to face Giovanni to get the Sylph Scope, so that now we can see the ghosts that are in this Pokemon Tower here. But we are going to be going up against Bert to start it off for our rival battle. So yeah, we're gonna see what he's got first. First, he's got Ekans, and I have Cotton Swab up front because if you remember, guys, last episode we ended up evolving two Pokemon, being Daenerys and Leia. So Swablu is the only one who has not evolved as of yet. So we're gonna do our best to make sure that happens soon. Although I believe that it's kind of far from evolving still. I want to say it's level 35, but I can't for the life of me remember. But I'm going to switch out because Cotton Swab did get paralyzed, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. So real quick, I'm just going to see Swablu. No, I did not spell that right. Swablu evolution. There we go. All right, and then we're going to use Psychic to kill. Yeah, level 35. That's what I thought. See, it's interesting that I remember a lot of information about like Pokemon and their evolutions. Even remembering how to spell them is crazy because I currently run a Discord with my friends, and we have it's a bot. It's basically called Pokecord, and the idea is that you're able to catch Pokemon by putting in like a certain command, but you have to be able to spell them right. It's kind of like who's that Pokemon mixed with like catching Pokemon in like a real game, if that makes sense. If you're just collecting them, there's no real objective to it. It's just a little bit of fun. But I was surprising myself to how well I was actually able to spell the names of those Pokemon. But yeah, for some reason I just have a lot of that stuff retained in my head, probably because I've played it since I was a kid. And when you're a kid, like, you remember things so well, like you learn things at such an accelerated rate. It's one of those things, like, when you get older, I don't know what it is, but you don't like learn things the same. It sounds weird, but it's the truth. They always say, like, when you're a kid, you're the most as a kid, you're better to learn a second language as a kid because you're able to process and learn it better or faster. I wish I could have done that. You know, I tried to learn like Spanish in high school, and I only remember like a few phrases, not much. So I'm just gonna finish off this Vileplume though. The cool thing about Cotton Swab is when we switched it out, it had I forget what the name of the ability is. Basically, you switch it out and it heals its status conditions, which is great in that situation because we needed to heal her. But just a reminder, we are going to get an encounter in this Pokemon Tower. Alright, Bert's talking about how he caught a Cubone. That's cool, and he was talking about how he can't find the Mother Marowak. Oh well. Now, are you still paralyzed? Oh no, you have to be switched out specifically. Alright, we can do that. So yeah, we're going to face a bunch of these, I forget what they call themselves, but they're channelers. Channeler. Alright, so I'm not going to touch Daenerys for a little bit since we leveled her up profusely. So we're just going to stick with everybody else, level them up best I can, try to balance out that experience. Already having two new powerhouses in Charizard and Gardevoir, but we already have had Charizard and a Kyogre too, which is great. Alright, Chandler Carl is going to send out a Shift Tree, and that's going to pave the way for Cotton Swab here to face the Shift Tree. More fly, I'll do it. Alright. yeah, this one's episode 11. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now. I've been doing this every day, Monday through Friday for the last 2 weeks. We're on week 3. It's been fun. It's definitely been enjoyable. Definitely needed something to do. I'm gonna face that spirit that's up there. It's definitely giving me something to do due to current events, staying home. Although I don't like to bring up personal matters in my personal life, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting time, needless to say. You know what? I think Cotton Swab can take it. I'm just trying to level her up so she can evolve to an Altaria. Okay, well, that's gonna make it harder. We're just gonna go into Leia. Alright, Psychic's gonna take her out. Wonderful. After this, though, we are going to be able to get the Pokeflute to face the 2 Snorlax that are blocking the ways to Fuchsia. So I don't know how much we're gonna be able to do this time around, but that is definitely on my list to do. Like, obviously, it's gonna be either next time or this time. It really depends on how far we end up getting in this. So we'll see. See what happens. Alright, Channeler Jody sends out Ninkata. We got Cotton Swab still. I'm gonna use some Pecks, I think. 2 Pecks should do it. I don't think another Peck will do it. Maybe. Let's go with the Fly. Yeah, because it healed itself too. Fly will be better. Got like no experience from that. Let's see what we got here. Guard spec. A lot of items in Pokemon Tower, more than I remember. There are some of those channelers I'm not gonna face. Don't need to. At least I don't feel the need to, rather. Alright, Paula's got a Wheezing. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Okay, here's the problem with Wheezing is Wheezing can use self-destruct or explosion, so I need something with very high defense in case that happens. Okay. Yeah, last Nuzlocke I did. Randomizer Nuzlocke I did. I lost 2 of my great Pokemon to a Weezing's explosion. And I was not happy. It was like, it was early game, I didn't get that far. But, it was frustrating. Because you can't really do anything about it either. I mean, you can try to paralyze and put it to sleep or something, but the unfortunate thing was it was so early game I didn't have anything that was able to combat it. So I saw it and I was like, hoping for the best. Things didn't work. Oh, you'll also notice I still have Loafer on the team. I wanted to switch it out for one of the ghost types that I had mentioned previously. But I didn't know what to do, and I didn't like their natures either. And I felt like for right now, it's okay to have Loafer, especially with having Cut to traverse some of the world. I was gonna say, if we don't snap out of this confusion, I'm gonna be frustrated. Cotton Swab, Riddle of 28. We don't need to learn Mist. Yeah, as far as now, though, we have a great team. What I'm very, very happy about. Oh, here's our encounter. Ooh, I like this. Except it's not an electric type. I've said before, we need an electric type or something. Only problem right now is that I don't have anything that can, I guess the Loafer could in theory weaken it. Everything else is too strong. And Cotton Swab's moves are too weak. So best bet might be, oh, it's going to use Sand Attack. Well, what happens if I just throw a Pokeball real quick? Just to try. was gonna say, yeah, it's too good to be true. The fact that it shook once was surprising. I remember the first time I ran into a Skarmory in a Pokemon game was Pokemon Ruby, and I don't think it was a common Pokemon, but it was, I think, a rare spawn in the one. Oh, what was that route? It was on the way to Fall Arbor Town in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It was past the volcano where a bunch of the ash is falling, and I remember seeing it and being like, I need to catch this thing, and then I ended up. Why did I do that? Okay. I think one more Swift would have killed me, and I still persisted on trying to do what I was trying to do. Wolfer, what can you do? You're not going to be able to do much for me, huh? I'm not going to go crazy over this wild battle either, so... But we're going to try some Great Balls to see if we can catch it. Would Water Gun kill? Oh, see? Good move, good move. I didn't think it would kill. I was like... I was actually hopeful that it wasn't going to kill because it's a weaker move. It's obviously not super effective. See, even now, it's still going to be a pain in the butt because it's a tough Pokemon to catch. It's not easy. Not easy at all. We also, if you guys saw, there is a Luxury Ball there. In a previous episode, we picked up a Luxury Ball. It's my favorite Pokeball, and I might have to try to use it on one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I just love that design. I love the color scheme of it. I don't want my whole episode to consist of this, and even if it did, I'd edit most of that out, but still, it's kind of annoying. Just stay in the ball, you silly little chicken. You silly little metal chicken. Thank you. So... I keep thinking Metal Chicken when I see this, and when I think of Metal Chicken, it made me think of Robot Chicken. And when I think of Robot Chicken, I think of the name Seth or Seth Green. If you don't know who Seth Green is, he is a voice actor on Robot Chicken. He's also in Family Guy. He's also in a lot of stuff. So odds are you've heard him before. You've heard of him before, rather. All right, we're gonna face this channeler, and then we're gonna go upstairs. Go up against the Raichu. Alright, well, Cotton Swab needs to come out. Here's where things get dangerous. Who is weak to an electric type? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 Pokemon. That's not exactly good. Excuse me, I never woke up. I never made my coffee for today. Oh, I should probably do that. I knew I forgot something. Something didn't seem right. I was really tired. I was just thinking to myself, I'm forgetting something very crucial right now, and I couldn't for the life remember. I couldn't remember that I needed the coffee. Oh well. Live and you'll learn, right? Alright. Channeler Angelica is going to start with an Entei. See, most times you get afraid when you see a legendary, and then you realize that you also have your own legendary of the more powerful typing, and you're at ease. Ooh, good thing Roar failed. That could have brought anybody in. I still can't believe it caught a Kyogre. If you haven't seen that episode, I believe it's 7 or 8. If you're watching on the playlist, just go to the one with the Kyogre. Although yeah, I think I put it. No, there was 2 thumbnails with Kyogre. It's the first one with Kyogre. Still kind of new to all this. Forgive me. Yeah, I think today. So what? We're very close to May now. and I started my channel back in, was it August or September? August was when I started, and I was putting Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke on Twitch. And then I believe it was September when I actually started the channel. Started making videos. Ooh, Zangoose, that's cool. So we've been going since I'm going to say September. Because I wasn't mainly putting stuff onto YouTube. I didn't put anything on YouTube, I just had an account. And an account made. Oh! That's a problem. Let me run away. Let me run away. No, 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 no. Okay. See, now a Raichu would have been great to catch because that's an electric type and we kind of need those. Although right now we need like a ground type to combat any electric types that come our way. Again, that's a coughing. We need somebody with high defense, so we're going to go with Kyle. Do they not have self-destruct or explosion? They haven't used it yet. Or maybe they just know better than to use it for themselves, like for their sakes. Maybe they won't use it if that's their only Pokemon. That'd be interesting. Yeah, there it is, the Raichu again. That would have been great to catch. Not to say that Skarmory's bad, but we definitely don't need it. We definitely don't need another flying type. Although the steel type is appreciated. Sorry, I was trying to cover a yawn. Holy cow. Yeah, I need that coffee after this. We just reached the 17-minute mark though, so we're probably going to go till probably about 25, maybe 30. We're going to see how much of this we can do in the meantime, because we're going to be facing the rocket grunts and stuff very, very, very shortly. Let's just go into Daenerys, because she's the most powerful against his Executor. Very, very, very happy to finally have Charizard and Flamethrower. Again, favorite Pokemon of all time next to Greninja and Sceptile. Those are my top 3. Ironic enough that my favorite 3 are all different typings for starters. Dragon Scale. Pokemon Battle. Oh, Seal, look at that. Why did they draw a Seal sprite like that to have its butt like hanging in the air like that? I guess for fun. Like, look at it. You know, it's like its butt is all the way up. Eh. All right, so we're about to face this this ghost Pokemon, whatever it is. We're gonna throw Daenerys up front. We're just gonna melt through this person, whatever this Pokemon, whatever it is. So yeah, normally it's supposed to be. You'll see it's the ghost. We unveil it, and oh, it's still a Marowak. Oh, I thought it would have been random. Okay. Well, I'm not worried about ground type moves because we oh, doesn't matter. We can crit because we're flying type, so that wasn't gonna hurt us anyway. Yes, so the whole story is Cubone's mother dies, and well, obviously that's Marowak, but which it's kind of crazy because so if you guys know, there's Marowak, and then in the newer games, well, in the last ones before Sword and Shield, there was Sun and Moon, or Sun and Ultra Moon. We're up against a Celebi, by the way. Well, I can use Ice Beam usually. So in Sun and Moon, they introduced Alolan forms for the Alola region. They also did it for Galar, but whatever. So the one Galar or Alolan form was for Marowak, and it's actually it's a ghost and fire type. So I mean I have some kind of dark, cruel humor. So I decided that for my competitive viable Alolan Marowak, I was going to name it Cubone's mother because it's a ghost, and Cubone's mother is dead. And I was like, oh yeah, that's funny, but do you think that Game Freak or Pokemon Company, do you think they knew that? Do you think they knew what they were doing? Where they were like, Cubone's mother is a ghost. Let's make its Alolan form a ghost. I think it's possible. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, just hit the 20-minute mark. Now we're going to face these two Rocket Grunts, save Mr. Fuji. He's going to give us the Poke Flute, and then we're going to be able to face one of the Snorlax. That's obviously going to be different when we encounter it, but we'll see what happens. He's using Knock It Off. Sorry. I'm really feeling the effects of not eating. Of course, you don't eat it. Of not drinking this coffee. Becoming a caffeine addict. Caffeine's so good, though, you know. Keeps you awake. Gives you energy sometimes. As long as you're not overdoing it. Like, I used to drink a lot of soda. Then I had to stop drinking it because, well, it wasn't healthy. That's for sure. Alright, so now we're going to go against 4 Pokemon. We're going to start against an Absol. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time, actually, that I never actually get to play with, ever. It's got a great design. Like, I love the design of Absol, especially Shiny Absol. But yeah, I've never played with it really in a game because it's very hard to find, and on top of that, even when you do find it, it's so late game and like Emerald and stuff that it's just you never get the chance to use it. But Absol's so cool. I think I started to really like it from the one Pokemon movie with Jirachi, and Absol's kind of supposed to be like Jirachi's like guardian of sorts, which is really cool. But I never got to play with it really in a game as much as I love it. Dang, you defrosted already first turn? I don't know if this is gonna defeat it. Oh, it's just shy. Oh, okay. See, this is why I love Sit on My Lap, because you can just keep her against water types and they'll mistakenly use water type moves and then you'll just gain health back. It's a really great thing. I say this Nuzlocke has been going really, really well. Alright, Mr. Fuji. Yes, I came to save you. Talking about Marowak Spirit. Yes, yes. Get me out of here. Give me the Poke Flute. And we're going to go face a Snorlax or whatever it's going to be. So yes, important to note that for this these Pokemon, they're going to be level 30. So we'll be able to catch 2 high-level Pokemon, I believe. Oh, hang on. We're not going to go on that route yet. There's some trainers we have yet to face. What I want to do for this time around, though, is I want to take us to Celadon so we can get that one that's blocking the bike path that leads to Fuchsia, that leads straight down. There's 2 paths that lead to Fuchsia. We're going to... Normally I take both. I've never gotten to this point where I'm going to do this when I'm streaming or recording it. There's 2 ways to go there, but they're both going to offer a bunch of Pokemon and everything. So what I'll probably do is go down one and then go down the other, if that makes sense. There's going to be a lot to do, but in the end it's going to be worth it for sure. We're going to get a lot of encounters both ways. I believe especially like the bike path, we'll be able to get at least 2. And then the other way down, we can get probably 3 or 4. Based on how many routes there are, technically. Might be 3. But yeah, so we're almost done. We're just going to face this Snorlax that's over here. In a previous video, I haven't encountered anything in the tall grass up above because I wanted to wait to see what this was going to be. Snorlax wakes up and attacks in a grumpy rage. A Kabuto. We don't need another water type though. You know, this was almost our starter. It was either a Kabuto, a Lapras, or Marowak. Funny that all 3 of those Pokemon showed up in this episode again. I'm not putting it on the team. I was really excited for it. thinking this was gonna be really, really good, and then it's a Kabuto. I like Kabuto. It's actually my favorite fossil Pokemon. I love Kabutops. It's so creepy looking and dope. But we have 2 water Pokemon, granted this is also part rock, but we don't need a third one. That's another one that's weak to electric types. And I'm sorry, I'm keeping sitting on my lap, and what's his face? Kyle. I'm keeping him. It's just gonna be tough to catch this, because nothing's ever easy, ever. Okay. I don't know if... I'm trying to think here. Does the Celadon department store, do they have... You know what? They might have had Ultra Balls that would have came in handy, but I forgot if they did or not. And I didn't check it out. I never went. I never went to the department store because, like, oh, I don't need to go there. Normally I would go there for, like, evolution stones and, like, a regular run through of this. For, like, a... See, well, the big thing that to... Okay, sorry, I thought we were going to catch it. The big thing why I would always go to the department store is that there are several Pokemon in this game that evolve with evolution stones. And because you're trying to complete the Pokedex for Professor Oak's aids and whatnot, to get all the various different items you can get, you need to be able to evolve them. So I normally get a bunch of those stones to evolve a bunch of those Pokemon. So, because at 4, there's, I think one of the aids, once you get 50 Pokemon on the Pokedex, gives you an experience share. And I always try to get enough so I can get that, and we caught the Kabuto, by the way. So then I can level up some of the lower level Pokemon a little bit easier. Alright, but we found a Kabuto. It's the shellfish Pokemon, and we're gonna call this little guy... I don't know, this is kind of mean for calling him, so it's... why can't... Well, for some reason I couldn't see... I need that coffee. I couldn't see the eye. I couldn't see where the eye was. I kind of blanked. Yeah, so that's going to do it for now. So yeah, what we're going to do next time is we're going to go on the bike trail. Maybe not face every trainer, but at least catch all the Pokemon. And then what we'll do, so long as we have enough time, we'll go through the other route that leads to Fuchsia to get into Fuchsia. So we can get all those encounters and whatnot. And then probably after that is when we'll face Koga, the gym leader. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, please be sure to like and subscribe, and do check out my other content. If you are playing this game, of course, please do enjoy it, and as always, happy gaming!